What's good with y'all? Fully focused. Holla back at your boy, right? So, doing another car video. This is something that I always wanted to record, but it keeps on slipping out of my mind, so I had to do it right now. But today I want to talk about how to improve your mood throughout the day. Now, these are little tips and tricks. What sort of your mentality, your inner thoughts throughout the day. These are tips and tricks that I have been developing, especially this second semester of 2021. Is realistically, or not realistically, all it really is you just have to humble yourself and be grateful for everything that you have. I know this sounds cliche, I know it sounds corny, but every time I wake up in the morning, especially now, the first thing I do is I literally say these words. I say, thank you, God, for another day of being alive. Thank you, God. I always do. If you see me, I'm always in the gym, or even if you see me in public sometimes, if it's something that, because my relationship with God has been strengthened, especially throughout this year. If it's something that is troubling you, right? If something is troubling you, you just have to acknowledge the facts. Acknowledge the fact that God gave you everything. It doesn't even have to be God, right? You are given, think of this in a third person perspective. You are given everything that someone else desires. There's people in this third world country that are starving for food, clothes, right? And you're given that. We in America, we take that as a leisure. And it's hard because, viewing myself, we're spoiled at the end of the day. Our standard of living is a lot higher. Not everybody has that chance. There's probabilities at the end of the day what outcome where you would have came from. And it just so happens that we're here. So I wake up in the morning, I say thank you, God, for another day. Right? I'm always hitting my chest, and then chest, heart, right? Up, sky, heaven. Like Steph Curry does too. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So I make my bed every morning now. Every time one of the first things I do, or the first thing I do is I make my bed and I go about my day. When I promise tomorrow, I only promise today. Well, today's not necessarily even promised. You never know what will happen, but we only have today. We're never promised tomorrow. So whatever it is, whatever bad thoughts that you have, whatever negativity that came down, somebody may spread lies, rumors, whatever, or maybe life just kicks you to the curb, bro. Just remember, that's only today. You know what I'm saying? And if you're granted another day tomorrow, man, just start off fresh, start off new. It's something that happened to you, maybe. Some of y'all are holding on to things that happened maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, right? It could be some type of shorty, right? I've been there. I've let grudges where a shorty curved me, or a shorty did me dirty or something, right? Shorty did me dirty, or maybe a shorty put me on the humility, right? Put me on a stage where I was laughed at. That happens to all of us in high school, at one point or another. And some of y'all are letting this grudge, or somebody may have had the thing with maybe your crush or your ex, or whatever it is, bro. You can't let this negative energy, like I said before, don't let this negative energy consume your spirit, man, your spiritual balance. That's very, very important. Leveling up financially, physically, that's all good, but spiritually or mentally, that's equally important as well. What goes up in here or in here, it has to be taken care of, because this is how you move. It's how you move, it's how you think, it's how you talk to yourself, it's how you, if you are, how do I say, existential, or I can say spiritual, but that's a bit too repetitive. But if you're spiritual, you know, you're entwined with. I'm obviously with one God, Christian faith, right? You could be whatever, Hindu, Muslim. I'm not gonna judge on whatever religion you got. But if you're entwined with that, then you're more pure, you're more clear-headed. You can move within your purpose. The tunnel vision is clear. It's not like it's expanded and you see everything going on at once, man. Humble yourself. When something bad happens to you, right? When you're in a negative state of thought, and the first thing to do is acknowledge it. The first thing to do is acknowledge it, because this is a repetition. This is something that I've developed too. When I'm hit with something that's and it helped me with my insecurities. When I hit with something that, you know, is negative, I'm just like, yo, like, you know, acknowledge what the real fact of the reality is. If somebody's talking smack or spreading lies or BS, just acknowledge if you know the truth, then it doesn't matter. If you know what the truth is, it doesn't matter, because the truth always comes out. Truth always comes out at the end of the day. That's one. Two, don't need to focus your energy on somebody else. You have your own lifestyle, like I said. It's your own journey, your own video game. It's your own story that you're developing. It's not somebody else's. So don't let somebody else is trying to write your story. It's your story, you write it. 2, 3. You're given things in this earth, and you're given time that you can't get back. Acknowledge you can't waste your time on something else that is irrelevant, or it doesn't even matter. It's people that are bringing you down, bro. In 5 years, they're gonna be looking at you. Well, they're most likely gonna live some average ass life, or below average. Could be some hood ratchet shit. Could be some guy that may come to work for you. Negative energy doesn't you know. It's crazy in this world, whether you believe it or not. Your actions, your actions that are detrimental, malevolent, bad intent, they always come back to bite you in the ass. At the end of the day, they always come back to bite you in the ass. Whether you believe it or not, that's what David Goggins said. Spitting in the wind always comes back to bite you in the face. Always comes back to hit you in the face, or something like that. Meaning that the consequences will eventually catch up, whether you believe it or not. I believe in God, and you know, sometimes I pray. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, yo, God, like, but God works in mysterious ways, and trust me, you know, through hard times create strong men, and hard times creates the best results. And people that try to inflict those hard times, God put them in your life for a reason, in order to make you stronger, right? And trust me, God will take care of them once they're done with their use. So just remember, be humble, be grateful you're alive, be grateful that you're breathing. It's one life we're given, man, and it's very short. So if something's tough, enjoy the toughness, enjoy it all, bro. Enjoy it all. Enjoy everything. Some things you don't want to enjoy, some things may hurt your head. We're human. It happens to us. It happens to us. It happens to the best of us, yes. But how do you want to live your life? How do you want to spend your day? Not everybody's gonna think like this. Not everybody has this mentality. Not everybody has the same mentality. Be different. Be humble. Stay true to yourself. Alright, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. 0.01, 1% better every day. Faithfully commit to greatness. Alright, y'all. Peace.